Our presentation tonight is about crypto, Texcoin, and the future of money. I am your host, founder and fearless leader of Texcoin, Bobby Gray. Thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate your time, and I'm glad that you chose to share some of it here today with me. Okay, let's talk about some fine print before we get started. First of all, nothing that we talk about here today is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I have no degrees and I hold no certifications. I'm just a man with a vision that's on a mission to save the world. It's a lofty goal. Second, crypto is not an investment. It's very risky, but it's not supposed to actually be something that's speculative. If you've watched Bitcoin over the last couple of years, you know that it could just as easily drop in half or double. Crypto is supposed to be a currency used and traded for goods and services. Money is not supposed to be speculative, but strangely enough, some of it is. Finally, everyone here today is buying something. I expect everyone that's watching this presentation by the end to have your phone out and be ready to scan a QR code that's up on the screen. So now, with that out of the way, let me ask you this. How many people here, I wonder, how many people here today absolutely got filthy, stinking rich off of cryptocurrency? How many people here, I wonder, got rich off Bitcoin? I mean, super rich. Yachts, mansions, supercars, rich. Why not? Anybody? Show of hands. Feel free to put a hand up if that's you. I don't see any hands. I don't understand, because Bitcoin's been around since 2009. Surely you heard about it by 2017, if not before then. You could have picked up plenty of Bitcoin in 2018 at 3,000 bucks and you 20x your money or better today. Why didn't you? You've had plenty of time to get up to speed. The crypto kids got rich. The Bitcoin bros, the kids that grew up with this stuff, they crushed it. You probably recognize these boys. They won big. This guy bought a Lambo with crypto, and this girl's a billionaire now thanks to Bitcoin. But you missed it. Well, let's add insult to injury. So you missed Bitcoin, but you didn't just miss Bitcoin. You missed out on Litecoin. You missed out on Doge. You missed Ripple, Monero, Ethereum, Cardano, Binance, Shiba, and hundreds more. Let's imagine for just a moment that you put $100 in each one of these when they first made it to market, not on day one, but by the time that you would have had a chance to grab some of it off of a crypto exchange. Well, if you put $100 into Litecoin today, you'd have about 5,000 bucks. Doge, you'd have $55,000 today. Ripple, you'd have 10 grand. Monero, you would have crushed it with $64,000 in your pocket. Ethereum was a good one too, 38K. Cardano's up, though not impressively as much. It's at about 1,700. Still a win though. Binance did a little bit better at 6,600. Well, maybe it's just the early ones that you didn't get in on, right? You didn't know about it back then. Well, that's not the case for Shiba Inu. That one just came out a couple of years ago, and today, $100 in Shiba is worth, what's that worth? 34,000 bucks today. Crazy. Add them up. 800 bucks in, about $214,000 total today, or a 214x return on your gamble. To me, it begs the question of which one is next? We got some more people showing up late. Let me add them in here and we'll keep going. Well, you missed it. You missed it again and again and again. In fact, there's a list of cryptos mile long out there that's worth trillions of dollars. Someone is driving around right now in a Lamborghini because of a cryptocurrency you never even heard about. Well, don't feel too bad, because I missed it too. And I really have no excuse. I mean, I made the original Bitcoin coin in 2012 when Bitcoin was about $6 each. You've seen that coin before. It's probably the most famous coin in the world today, right? Well, my company, the American Open Currency Standard, started in 2008, and I've made millions of coins for hundreds of causes. My first coin in 2008 was actually the Dick Cheney Neo coin. But right after that, I came out with the Lakota Crazy Horse. Then the Ron Paul coins for more Indian tribes. I minted millions of coins and sold them all over the world. If you're a gold and silver coin buyer, you've probably even seen some of my stuff on websites like Provident Metals, JM Bullion, and AppNext. I mean, heck, I even testified about alternative currencies in U.S. Congress in 2012. August 2nd, 2012, I was invited to speak at Texas Congressman Ron Paul's U.S. House Financial Services Subcommittee hearing about parallel currencies, this exact stuff, the roadmap to monetary freedom. Have a watch when you are up for a laugh. If I had picked up $100 of Bitcoin back when I made the original Bitcoin coin, it'd be worth about $1 million here today. Oops. Well, let's take a quick detour for a second. What about this one? Anybody know this guy? How many there have heard about the GameStop Wall Street bet story? This is Roaring Kitty, as he goes by online. Did you get in on it? Did you make any money? Did you make a fortune off of GameStop? There's a movie about it on Netflix if you want to know the details. But the short version goes like this. A bunch of people on an online Reddit forum, they call themselves apes and retards. A bunch of people online decided that they were going to squeeze the most heavily shorted stock on the market, GameStop. I mean, this company is just a worthless company. It's a dinosaur that's trying to sell physical games in the day of the digital download. Think of GameStop like a West Coast Video or a Blockbuster Video. Remember those guys? So these internet guys figure that if you drive up the price of this stock, the hedge funds and the banks betting against it will have to scramble to cover their positions, further pushing the price of the stock further north. It's nuts. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, GameStop goes from virtually worthless at about $1 a share to over $500 each. It's absolutely nuts. That's a 500x return. But seriously, how could you have gotten into it at all? I mean, you'd have to be absolutely insane to invest good money in a worthless company like GameStop. If I asked you to invest right now in Blockbuster Video, there's no way you'd go for it. It's just crazy. No intelligent, rational investor is going to jump into something like that. It just doesn't make any sense. And no one would fault you for staying away from those types of deals. Well, let's slow down for a moment and take a closer look, because there might be a little bit more to both of these schemes than meets the eye. With GameStop, with GME, the banks had these highly leveraged short positions. And if enough normal, ordinary people bought the stock, the short sellers would be forced to cover those bets. I mean, it's not such a dumb idea after all when you analyze it. And with all these individual internet guys winning, who lost on the other side of that? It was the banks and the hedge funds. Doesn't that feel great? Finally, a win for like the normal guy. They're not so different after all, are they? Crypto, it's peer-to-peer digital money of the internet. There's no bank, there's no central authority. Instead, the community uses cryptography and a creation that they call the blockchain to keep track of who owes who what. There's a limited supply. It's impossible to hack or counterfeit. Crypto is fast. It's borderless. You can carry any amount in the palm of your hand. You can send it from one side of the world to the other in mere seconds. And crypto, just like the crazy GameStop plan, well, it worked. What's the common denominator between these two examples? In both examples, they had a plan. Now, you may not understand the plan, but some people did. They got in early and they got rich. The plan might be wild and far-fetched, but a lot of revolutionary ideas are. Some people calculated the risk, they took a leap of faith, and they got rich. In both examples, crypto and GameStop, the plan just happened to be dumb enough to work. Well, here today, 16 years later, Bitcoin is still going strong. It's had plenty of ups and downs, booms and busts, but today it's up at least 66,000%. If there's any one thing that I want to sell you today, it's that digital currency is going to be the future of money. As sure as I'm sitting here today, I know in my heart of hearts that the future of money is not paper. In fact, if you fell asleep, you woke up in 500 years and you tried to explain to a bunch of school children that when you were young, you used paper money, gold and silver coins, they'd laugh and laugh. And they'd look at you like you're a dinosaur. So this is not a guess. Banks love digital money. The safest money in the world is cold, hard cash in a dark back alley. Crypto is the opposite of that. It's transparent and it's as honest as money gets. That's why banks and governments secretly love it, especially the ones that they can turn on and off remotely. Ever heard of the CBDC, central bank digital currency? The one that Trump promised to kill? That's the federal future of money, unless we, the people, can stop it. If the future of money is crypto, then you can engage it now and you can make a profit, or wait and get dragged into it later, kicking and screaming. It's up to you. The choice is yours. And here's the best news of all. It's actually not too late. You missed Bitcoin. So what? You see, while Bitcoin started out as a decentralized peer-to-peer money system, it's really just become an online gambling game for the rich. Peer-to-peer, most people use an online exchange like Coinbase to trade. Money system, less than 1% of exchange crypto is actually used to pay for goods and services. Decentralized, not so much. A handful of companies now control the entire space. Banks, megacorps, foreign nations. I don't have anything against China. I mean, I lived in Asia for 7 years, but I sure don't want China in control of my money. Got a lot of people jumping in here. Sorry for the distraction. Set aside the fact that Bitcoin is slow, it's expensive, and it's impossible to profitably mine it. But here's some good news. These disastrous problems create the perfect opportunity for us right now to do the right thing. Texcoin. Here are the boring basics. It's faster than Bitcoin. It's mineable. It'll last for 137 years. There's no pre-mine, which means that we didn't make any of it out of thin air. It's a real layer 1 blockchain. It's been a while since the industry has seen something like this. But here's what matters. Number 1, it's brand new. This is as ground floor as it gets. 2, it's better tech than Bitcoin. In fact, it's a clone of Litecoin. 3, it's now and forever decentralized. And 4, it's exclusively mined right here in Texas. And here's what really matters. Today, Texcoin is brand new. It's dirt cheap. Today, maybe. In fact, if you get in right now, you can get about 1,000 Texcoin for about $100. All right, let's do some math real quick. Now pay attention, here's the fun part. You ready? If Texcoin achieves our goal and reaches the CoinMarketCap top 100 list with about $1 billion of value, that $100 of Texcoin that you pick up here today is worth about $16,000 when we hit the top 100. If Texcoin is taken seriously, hits our next goal and reaches the top 20, that $100 of Texcoin is now worth $80,000. Top 10, next step, $240,000. What about the top 5? Your Texcoin, 1,000 Texcoin you pick up for about $100 here today is worth a cool $1 million. It gets fun when it starts to grow. Here's the funny part, right? Even when we reach number 5, Bitcoin is still 20 times larger than we are. So let's just suppose for a moment that we take the top spot. You turn that $100 today into more than 20 million bucks. Game over money. Super rich. Crypto rich. Can I guarantee it? No. Guarantee is a word that amateurs use, but I can tell you this for sure. if we are successful in building our 100 million mega hash mine, then I am extremely confident that we will reach our first goal of the top 100 crypto. And those Texcoin that you grab here today are worth 16 grand. That's 160x return. Not bad for a Thursday evening, right? Why am I so sure that we'll succeed? Why do I literally bet the farm on it? Because friends, we have a plan. Number one, we're mining in Texas. We build the world's largest decentralized mine. We'll reach the top 100. I'm sure of that. We want 1 million people to join us and crowdfund the mine. 35 sites around Texas, 35 megawatts of power. The world will have no choice but to stand up and take notice and pay attention to what we're doing here in Texas. 2, we'll barter with merchants and businesses, just like we did before back in my early days on my gold and silver horse and buggy. We'll go door to door if we have to and invite business owners to trade goods and services for Texcoin. Want to know why I was so successful with the open currency standard all those years ago? Because I never asked a business owner to accept our currency until I knew exactly where they were going to go to spend it. Easy peasy, that was it. I did it before on the horse and buggy, and now I'll do it 1,000 times faster with my crypto rocket ship and your help. Number 3, export and speculate. We manufacture Texcoin here in Texas. We'll sell it all over the world. In fact, 60% of crypto trading is in Japan, Korea, and China. We'll make Texcoin here, we'll control it here, and we'll export it all around the world and bring our wealth back home to you. That's the plan. And it all begins right here, right now, today, with you. If you take me seriously, if you too believe that digital currency might just be the future of money, if you believe that we've got a worthwhile, realistic vision, mission, and strategy, if you think I'm going to work my butt off day and night to make this a reality for us, if you want to win, you, me, us together, do not leave this presentation here today without taking a handful of Texcoin with you. And if you really want to help, join the mining pool. It's $1,000. It pays out Texcoin every day. How much? Right now, it pays about 100 Texcoin per day, and that number gets smaller as more members join the pool. Keep that in mind. But it's the part of our plan that's most likely to put us all the way up in the top 100 and make that happen quickly. My projection is 18 months. Why? Because of our rewards program. We want this thing to spread like wildfire. 1, 2, free. Refer 3 friends and we'll add another mining share for you. Or if you want to build a little home-based business or a side hustle around this thing, we'll pay you $1,000 cash for every 3 points you get on your left and 3 points you get on your right. It's as simple as that. We'll pay you up to $3,000 per week. We've paid out about $50,000 so far, $48,000 paid out so far through our little program in just a couple months. Why is this so important? Because we absolutely need the mine to grow. The bigger the mine gets, the more we win. We'd rather crowdsource the money to build that mine with individuals and pay an affiliate commission instead of paying interest to some big bank or megacorp, have them finance it, have them own it. When it comes to your money, which one do you prefer? For me, it's simple. The 1, 2 free or 3 left, 3 right, $1,000 cash. That's the Rapid Rewards program. Let's take a quick look at some of the mining club numbers. A miner in our network, if you start today, will stockpile about 9,000 Texcoin over the next 18 months. Remember, our 18-month price target is Texcoin at about $16. Stack your Texcoin from the mine, and your Texcoin could be worth in about 18 months, $144,000. It's 144x return. Friends, we have the technology. It's better than Bitcoin. We have the playbook. We know exactly what to do for us to succeed. We've got the leadership and experience required to get the job done. Incidentally, I don't plan on dying over this project. But the best part of all, we have an incredibly important mission. Our mission? Well, let's take a look first at some of the other top performers in the crypto space, and let's see exactly what they stand for. Number 59 on the top 100, Floki coin. There's $1.3 billion out there of Floki coin right now. Bonk at number 51, $1.5 billion of Bonk. My personal favorite, Dog with Hat. Dog with Hat. Just take a moment and digest that one. Dog with Hat coin is number 50 at $1.6 billion invested in it. How about Pepe? $3.5 billion for a real winner on that one, right? Number 13, you've seen this one before, Shiba Inu. $10 billion of Shiba out there, and that's a relatively new one. The biggest joke of all, Doge, number 9, with $16 billion invested in it. Thanks, Elon. What's our mission? Texit. The immediate secession of Texas from the United States, or more simply stated, saving what remains of freedom, liberty, and Americanism by exiting the corrupt and failing U.S. empire, creating our own sovereign nation, and fixing the money supply. That is our mission. Imagine a real mine in Texas, a real team, a real mission, Texas. You tell me why we can't reach number 1. Friends, I don't know if you believe it or not, but the world today is in flux. Change is scary. Change can sometimes be very painful, but change is inevitable. And you can bury your head in the sand and pretend like the coming storm isn't real or it's not going to affect you. Or you can prepare now and maybe even come out way ahead. How? TEXITcoin. Join us. What do we stand for? 3 things. First of all is community. We had a great July 4th party here at my place a few weeks ago. Just like the good old days, right? Kids making noise, playing in the water, splashing around, barbecue, friends breaking bread together, connecting with each other. Community. 2, it's fun. I took this picture in November 2012 on my first trip to Southeast Asia. We're going back there in September for a visit. You're invited to join us. Take a trip. Life is short. Have a great time exploring something new and incredibly beautiful. We're going over there in the wake of Texas Governor Abbott to spread the message of Texit and sound money. If you're not having fun fighting for freedom, then you're doing it wrong. Come have a great time with us. And most important of all, profit. Friends, it may sound a little bit crazy, but I want you to believe that money is the root of all good. Why? Because when you work hard to earn your money, you tend to value it. I want you to be rich and enjoy life just as much as I do. Today, right now. Don't wait. The more you have, the more you can take care of yourself, your family, and your community. Get rich with me. Save Americanism with honest money. Join us today, right now. And remember this. Freedom is never more than 1 generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on to them for them to do the same. Or one day we will spend our sunset years telling our children and our children's children what it was like in the United States where men were free. All right, it's time to get your cameras out. In a moment, I'm going to put 3 QR codes up on the screen. The one on the bottom left says angry. Scan this if you cannot believe that you were dragged into this presentation. You would love to give me a piece of your mind and tell me all the things wrong with my presentation and just exactly why you are not in any way convinced whatsoever that TEXITcoin has a shot at the top place in crypto. I want to hear it. Keep it clean and constructive if you can, right? And let me know how I can do a better job next time. The second one says impressed. You enjoyed our time here today. You're ready to take a bite of the digital future and want to pick up some Texcoin. This QR code will take you to a checkout page to grab some Texcoin, embed it on a wallet. Lock it up in the safe, hide it under your mattress, put it in the sock drawer, and forget about it. Check back in a few months, wish us the best of luck, and let's see how we're doing down the road. The last one says mine. You loved our time here today. You completely agree that crypto is the future of money, and you want to help crowdsource our Texas mine and earn Texcoin along the way. Maybe even earn some cash bonuses by sharing our project with friends and family. But I want you to scan one of these coins. Get involved, get started with us. Do it today. Do it now while you're thinking of it. Or let me know what I can do better next time. Thanks again for sharing your time with me today. Let's take a moment for questions, and then we'll call it an evening. I'm Bobby Gray, founder and fearless leader of Texcoin. Thanks again. All right, so there you go. That was version 1 of new presentation that I'll be sharing in Cedar Hill on August 3rd with our friends down there at Stanley Restoration. Join us if you're in the neighborhood. A lot of people on this call. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining. Do we have any questions about anything or everything that we just talked about? Let's see what's in the chat. People came, people left. One new message. Looks great. Thanks, Eddie Allen. Okay, any other questions? It's about 6:30, right on schedule. Let's see if anyone else has anything. Wonderful presentation. Thank you very much. Very kind. Okay, again, so that's what I'm working on, presenting into something that's nicely polished, which I think is a great resource to share in a video format in case people can't make it onto the calls. So I'll have that done in a couple days. A couple things to talk about in terms of updates. Number 1, yes, Texcoin is starting to make some moves on the market, but it's a paper dragon right now. Okay, it's extremely fragile. Anybody could go there right now and crash the market down to 2 cents. So be prepared for wild swings in the market price. You'll wake up one morning at 2 cents or the next day at 48 cents. Okay, we've got a long way to go. Again, we're projecting out 18 months to our target price and getting onto the top 100. So be patient with it, all right? Don't get too caught up in it. It's exciting, and yes, it is moving in the right direction, and we are creating demand for it. But we've got a long way to go. So keep that in the back of your mind. If the price drops down, don't get too bummed out. It's not over. We are just getting started, okay? Number 2, events coming up. We've got a Richardson event August 1st here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and then we've got the Cedar Hill event August 3rd. Lots and lots happening between now and then. I'm incredibly honored and really appreciative of all of the work that you guys out there are putting in. Remember our mission. Right now, our mission is to build a large decentralized mine here in Texas that is going to create the backbone and the security and the stability for our Texcoin as it gets out there and traded in the marketplace. Okay, let's see. How can you get it to other states or countries? Joey, we've got a hot wallet that you can download from the Texcoin.org website and install that right now. We only have it for Windows PC, but we have a Mac version and also a mobile version in the works. This is an important part of our roadmap because, like we said a few moments ago, one of the things that we're really good at is getting merchants and businesses to accept alternative currencies. And so we need that mobile app in order for people to be able to go out and spend Texcoin and get it into the marketplace that way. So right now we've got the desktop wallet available for download at Texcoin.org. Check it out. You can also use the hot wallet that's provided by DexTrade. Dex-trade.com is where you're going to get that. Besides mining, will you be able to use it anywhere? Yes, we're working on that. Step 1, kind of phase 1 in the marketplace rollout is going to be regional, talking to merchants and business owners until we get to the point where we're linked in like other cryptos with big providers like Coinbase or even with Visa, MasterCard. That's certainly a top goal for us as well. It'll take us a while to get there, but we're on the rocket ship. We're heading to the moon and beyond, and we're very glad to have you along with us for that journey. Okay, that's it. Thank you again for your time. I really appreciate you sharing your Thursday evening with me. I'm Bobby Gray, founder, fearless leader of Texcoin, and I look forward to catching you guys on Tuesday if you're part of the mining pool for another update then. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk again soon. Thanks.